Hey guys, it's Anime OGsan, and it's time for my week 3 review for winter 2024. I just came out with a video for Solo Leveling, as well as discussing it in the season preview, so I'll just say it's in my top 2 for the season. As for the rest, all of the anime I'll talk about today are underrated in my opinion, so if you're looking for something to watch this season, here are my picks. My first pick for the season is Metallic Rouge, an original story created for the 25th anniversary of Studio Bones. I also talked about this in the season preview, so I'll keep it short, aside from the trailers and really brief synopses. Like last year's Pluto, the story is a little reminiscent of Blade Runner, but with a duo tracking down a bunch of rogue androids called Neons. The protagonists, team made up of a field agent Neon android Rouge and a support staff human, Naomi, are on the case to track down and take out members of the Immortal Nine, the 9 proto-Neons who apparently don't have the distinctive markings of Neons and have special abilities, like transforming into gladiator mechas. They don't lay out all the details of the missions beforehand, so there's this air of mystery and discovery as we follow the pair on their missions. I like the muted tones and the soft blur treatment that you don't see too often anymore. It kind of reminds me of Ergo Proxy. And the magical girl transformation from android to gladiator makes its appearance in the second episode, which I think is a nice touch. As for shows I didn't mention or talk about in the season preview, here are the ones that I think have promise. The first is Sasaki to Pii-chan, or Sasaki and Peeps. This one is interesting. When it started, I thought it was a normal office worker slice of life story. Then an office worker adopts a caretaker pet story. Then an isekai. Then an isekai trader story. And then a member of a governmental organization of psychics that police non-regulated psychics. And all of this happens in just the first episode. Next up is Bang Brave Bang Bravern, directed by Obari Masami. This is another one that threw me off. It starts off like that classic movie Battleship, except with the lead being Japanese and the rival being American. And the MC is a pilot of military mecha called Titanus Striders. When the aliens invade during joint exercises, modern military technology is proven useless, and when all is lost, it turns into a super robot anime as Bravern, a mysterious super robot, arrives to Aoisami and they take on the aliens together. It's an unexpected twist, and it really gets meta from there, playing with the tropes of the super robot genre. For example, after Isami gets into the pilot seat, a cheesy 90s robot anime theme song starts playing, and Isami's like, what the fuck? And starting from the second episode, even the opening is a retro robot anime title. And in this episode, while Isami is being waterboarded on suspicion of being aligned with the aliens, Bravern is being interviewed by the military brass, going on a homoerotic spiel about how it and Isami were destined to be together. It's a wild ride. Next is Hime-sama Goumon no Jikan desu, or 'Tis Time for Torture Princess. I thought the premise for this one would get boring by the end of the first episode. The princess gets captured by demons, and they subject her to tortures in order for her to spill secrets to help the demon army get an edge. The tortures are silly things like tempting food, snacks, or video games, and the secrets she shares always end up being unhelpful, which necessitates more torture. The animation and character design are solid, and I'm curious what kinds of tortures they will come up with to keep viewers interested. And apparently the manga is a favorite of Yukimura Makoto, author of Vinland Saga. The one popular one I'll share is Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon. It's the only popular one in this list, so I won't go into too much detail. A party of adventurers barely escape a dungeon with their lives, but one of them, the leader's younger sister, was eaten by a dragon. They venture back into the dungeon in an attempt to save her, but being low on funds, they make the decision to eat monsters to survive. I know it's been a thing for a while, food playing a central role in Japanese media, and I'm not usually a fan of this genre, but the art and animation are solid, and at least they have a clear goal in mind. Ishura is about a power vacuum in the aftermath of the defeat of the Demon King. So far, each episode follows a different character, exploring this novel world where the powerful are claiming themselves as Demon Kings and vying for power. They've only just started bringing the different strands of the story together, and we'll see if this pans out. And the last one I'll share is Kyuujitsu no Warumono-san, or Mr. Villain's Day Off, which is a slice of life story about how a villain spends his day off. Warumono-san is adamant about preserving his time off, and is infatuated with pandas, often spending his days off at the Ueno no Zoo. He also runs into basically the Red Power Ranger, who has a terrible sense of direction, and often helps him out. If you're into slice of life stuff, it's not bad. Finally, I'll end with continuations. Classroom of the Elite is on its 3rd season, and Ayono Koji is ramping up to get rid of Kushida, while also dealing with a rivalry between the former and current student council presidents. Kingdom is already on its 5th season, and Jung has solidified his power base as king, and at this point, Shin and Feishin unit are assigned to fight alongside Huan Yi's army against the Zhao army. I introduced Hikari no O in my Best of 2024 video, and the spiders have finally started their invasion of the capital. Toko has started becoming a badass, although retaining her meek nature, and Koshi has caught the attention of the Divine Clan. Mashle has its 2nd season, and it's been revealed that Mashle has no magic power. He's tasked with becoming a divine visionary and upending the norms of magical society. Okay, that's it for my week 3 reviews. Happy viewing!